Welcome to episode 2 of Just One More Topic. I am Jeff, aka Tridrachius from JustOneMoreLevel.com, and we've got a special guest for you guys today, coming in from AllYourShow.com, EyesEpicBlue.
Yeah.
And of course, Taborius.
Hi.
From All Your Base, which again we are shooting from on location.
You can tell because the Beatles are over there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Ols.
The Ols, yeah.
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 There you go, the
There
Beatles.
we go. Yeah. Mirrored, still getting used to that. But so with episode 2, I was thinking that we would focus on the Nintendo Wii U, the launch title games, what we think will happen in the next few months since their fiscal year will be ending pretty soon, and just kind of going from there from our perspective as gamers, what we think Nintendo's next fiscal year will bring us. So,
Well, the raw numbers of the Wii U, they shipped out, at least in North America, they shipped out 1 million units. And their opening weekend, they sold something like 400,000.
yeah, Black Friday week.
Yeah, Black Friday week, 400,000. Which may sound impressive, but it's not.
Especially for Nintendo.
Yeah.
Especially for Nintendo.
Like, to put that in perspective, the Xbox 360 came out with a new bundle for Black Friday weekend. They sold
50,000.
almost double that of a console that's been out for 7 years.
And the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, the PS3 did the same thing with the Infamous bundle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they sold almost 600,000 units with the PS3. So here's two systems that are aged. That they're at least 6 or 7 years old, and they're outselling this new kid on the block.
Yeah,
That
which
is-
the Wii, for the first several years it was even around, you could not find.
Yeah, now they're readily available.
Yeah.
And I think one of the major problems that Nintendo's running into is the fact that consumers and gamers gamers aren't, but consumers, the casuals, who have a Wii are confused as to what the Wii U is. Is it just a new controller? Is it a brand new system? And
Yeah, who's shiny?
Look
Yeah.
at it. Look at this. Ignore everything we're doing here, but look at the tablet.
And for the first, I would say after launch, well, when they unveiled the Wii U, that's all they focused on was that tablet controller.
Yeah.
They didn't even talk about the system. They just said, "Hey, here's this new controller. And it's called the Wii U."
You look at the stats. No, duh. Their primo package has 32 gigabytes. Woo! That's
Well, I mean, not that system needs any more as it is.
But if they're claiming to be able to run the same AAA titles like Assassin's Creed 3 and Batman Arkham City and Mass Effect at the same resolution with the same amount, 32 gigs ain't getting you anywhere. You're basically saying, well, it's going to look better, but...
Well, I mean, with the Wii, one of the other things that Nintendo does is they're kind of phasing out the discs, and they're phasing out the tangible stuff that's associated with buying a game. And it's like a lot of it is, I don't want to call it cloud gaming because that's not what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they started it with the Wii, where they released old Nintendo titles that you can download, and there's virtual console. That's what it is. And the Wii U is the same thing, and I think they're going to utilize that kind of technology where you have the parameters for the game, but there's also this connectivity between you and some other cloud source, like a lot of games are going to.
Well, and you were saying earlier about Nintendo, all being more focused on handheld and.
Yeah, I mean that is the one thing that Nintendo has. That it's their niche. It really
Since
is.
1991, so for 20 years.
They've never technically been challenged. That's one thing. There's
Before
been a lot of competitors.
Yeah.
Game Gear was the closest one. I mean, even more than all the PlayStation portable stuff.
So good.
Yeah.
That was the
With the
thing that I
DC
loved about the
adapter.
Game Gear. Yeah. Oh yeah, with the DC adapter. I didn't care. I really didn't care being plugged into a wall because the screen was lit.
Yeah,
I could see
just
what the
as good
heck
as
I was
the
playing.
Genesis.
My Game Boy. I remember playing my Game Boy, having a flashlight in my mouth and trying to play Metroid, in the back of the car during road trips at night, and it was.
I had that little side flashlight thing that.
Oh.
And the one with the big magnifying glass. We had the bay doors that you close down on top of it. And
And
I can see.
And people complain about the Vita not being portable. The Game Boy was, you had to have this little flashlight attached to it. You had the magnifying
well, dude, the
glass.
Game Gear was huge. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
still
it was,
got
yeah.
mine. That thing was, I mean, like, literally, like, this big, like, just to play.
And I've actually compared sizes. The Vita is about this.
You said it.
I compared the Vita to the Game Gear, and it's roughly the same size. It just the Vita is more ergonomic, I guess.
Yeah.
It's more stylized instead of just a brick that you're holding.
Right.
It's more like it's like a game controller. So.
Yeah, the thing.
Now the tablet.
Yeah, the tablet. No, I mean, like I said, Nintendo is known for their handhelds, and that's the route that I think they're going. I think Nintendo is eventually going to break away from console gaming and just focus on handhelds, because that is what they're good at. Yeah, they haven't had a competitor, but I mean,
Plenty of people have tried, but nothing has
Yeah.
wrestled the name of. And
Sony-
people still call it a Game Boy. I get people in the shop all the time. They know they have a DS. They ask if I have Game Boy games. I'm going,
yeah, I mean, it's brand, it's imprinted. It's like it's a part of their industry.
It's like everybody that doesn't know, doesn't matter what martial art you're doing, they call it karate.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing kung fu. It's Chinese. Okay, so you're taking karate class.
And I really believe like Sony had a shot. They really, when they slapped the PlayStation name onto a handheld, it completely turned the industry upside down, because people were thinking, oh, the power, like PlayStation 2, those games on a handheld. Right. And Sony tried that, and it doesn't fit the handheld style.
Well, Sony's always taken weird shit. Like the UMDs were weird, and then just when they had a core audience, they make the Go, and then it's all digital download, and now we're like, okay, we're doing SD card. You know, that's beside the point. We're talking about the Wii U.
Well, I mean, I think that's comparing apples to oranges, because the PSP, I mean, it was targeted towards like teenagers, young adults, that kind of thing.
Gamers.
Whereas Nintendo, the Wii, you know, whether it's handheld or just the system in general, it's a kid's game system.
Well,
it really is, or an old person, or it's become an old person's gaming system.
Well, as adults, most of us have exactly enough space for one piece of electronics in our pocket.
Yeah.
Which is a phone. It's a phone that he's holding right now.
Yeah.
And it is true. I mean, as we still play games, but with a smartphone could do so much stuff that as those become even stronger,
right,
the more capable they're gonna be as far as gaming platforms. And I don't like the fact that they are becoming more. I can't stand touch screen only controls.
I can play Final Fantasy on this thing. Okay,
yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
But like, my hands get in the way of the experience. That's the one thing that I really don't like about touchscreen only gaming.
Right.
And I mean, with the Wii U, we're not going to really run into that problem, because you still have the traditional controls.
But they implemented both, and it's not too bad. The thing about it is, like with the Wii, I think everything is going to be really niche based. Like we compare the Wii to the Xbox, to the PlayStation, to whatever, to the PC, all that kind of stuff. And while there are some things that there are similarities between each of these consoles, and there are some games that are shared between each of these consoles, they're very niche. Like I said, Wii, kids, old adults, casual gamers. Like Xbox, multiplayer, PS3, like
more hardcore
graphics, hardcore gamer, that kind of thing. And the further we get into gaming, into the gear, I don't know what the new generation is, how the new generation is going to change all of this, but everything's becoming very niched.
Yeah.
And like especially for Nintendo, the Wii U. Yeah, it was a flop, but
as of right now, it is.
Yeah, as of right now, there is a lot of potential to it. I mean, more towards the tablet than the actual system.
I keep telling everybody, wait till March. I mean, that's going to be about not quite 6 months, but about 5 months out. They're going to have 50 games out. We'll see if they decide to do a price cut, or if they're going to make, just say, forget this. We tried doing what Microsoft did, the whole 8 gigabyte, the 32 gig, but let's just go ahead and make one solid unit with everything you need.
And the big question for me, like, they're going to have Pikmin 3. They're developing a Super Smash Brothers game for the Wii U.
If they did Chrono Trigger 2, forget it. They'd be surviving for this generation.
And that's, I believe, like I learned with the Wii and the resurgence of the DS, is that you can never count out Nintendo. They always find some way to at least make themselves, profitable. And that's the end of this episode.
We
can talk.
That went really fast.
Yeah, we'll hit it up more later. Keep talking about it. We got a little off topic, but that's why this is just one more topic.
Yeah, we might turn this into like a mini series within just one more topic because there is a lot to talk about with the Wii U. It is a new system, and you'll
hear more about it.
So I'm Jeff, Tridrachius, JustOneMoreLevel.com.
I'm EyesEpicBlue from AllYourShow.com.
Check it out; it's pretty sweet. Game reviews, stuff like that. I'm Tiborius. I own All Your Base. Find me on Facebook.com/AllYourBase store. You'll also see me helping out the guys at All Your Show a lot because it's awesome.
We have fun.
Yeah, we do.
Bye-bye. I don't know.